Alright, so here's something I was playing with on the Kronos, a little song I kind of put together on here. Maybe spent, I don't know, an hour or so putting it together. Just something real rough, kind of just messing around. I'll give you an idea of the sounds though. Playing a little lead here. Sequencer has like 16 tracks MIDI, and then I think 16 tracks audio. The USB I think does 2 or 4 or 6. It can't be more than 6. I highly doubt it's more than 6. But I think the motif probably wins in this area because the motif has firewire, so you can do like 16 outputs at once. So if you're doing a lot of that, that might be something you want to consider as well. But overall, piano's improved a lot in this Kronos. The EPs sound very, very good. Let me play a little bit of the EPs. It's modeled EP, so it's not playing samples. Looks like it sounds like a Wurlitzer. So EPs have improved quite a bit, I think. Synths sound very similar. The AL synth sounds very good as well. Again, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to give you a sample of all the sounds, but it's so hard to go through all the sounds because there's so many sounds in here. But a lot of them sound very typical Korg. You see how it's got like a real legato type. It sounds very Korg-like. Let me play this one bass patch I really like on here a lot. There are so many sounds in here, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of synth stuff, and I think it's from a synthesizer perspective, it's very strong. It's got the typical Korg, plastic, real smooth, like a lot of R&B, hip hop type sound. Not so much aggressive sounds. It can be aggressive, but I think if you're really looking for that aggressive sound, I would go with the Virus or something like that. But I haven't gone through all the sounds because there's so many sounds. But what I did go through, it did sound pretty good. But it has a lot of the same Triton, Korg, M3, Oasis type sounds. I'm not sure why this is, but some sounds, if I play like a chord, so I played a chord, changed the patch, I played a chord, held the pedal down, changed the patch, and the sound didn't cut off. I'm not sure why. Some do and some don't. I don't know if it's because maybe the voices haven't changed or are similar, so the effects can transition over okay, or they're the same effects. And then when you change to one that's completely different, it just cuts it off. I'm not sure what it is, but some of them do and some of them don't. I'll kind of start from, I guess, left to right. This is the Vector joystick. To be honest, the Vector joystick feels a little bit towards the, you know, I don't want to say flimsy side because I think it's by design. It's supposed to be like not a lot of tension there. But like this part kind of feels a little plasticky, but that's not a big deal. The knobs, I feel are pretty, you know, decent feeling. All the way around, it feels like a decent unit. The weight feels like about 30 pounds or so, so it's about normal for a 61 key keyboard. The default is it has just one sound over and over again, but you can set up your own, so it's nice and big. So like if you, because usually when you're playing somewhere, at least for the stuff I do, when I play in church, I'm using like this, like no more than 16 sounds. So this is really, really cool, more than probably I need. But for those who, you know, want to have you know, a favorite list of like 80 patches, and you know, cool, there you go. I think there's a spot in here where you can actually save your text notes, like you can have what key a song is, or you know, any notes for the gig. The interface looks very, very high resolution. It looks very similar to an Oasis. However, I will say, because the resolution's so high, the detail's so high, that sometimes when you're trying to click on a box, like for example, if you don't mind looking at, let me try to go to the sequencer menu, and sometimes I try to click this, if you don't mind looking over here, where it says play on any track. For me to get it, it's like really hard. You can touch the screen here. It's really hard for me to get that sometimes. Like sometimes, some values I press, it's like I'm pressing like 3 or 4 times and I can't get it on. That pretty much covers just a good overall synopsis of the board. Controls feel good. The unit feels solid, much better than the previous ones. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you found any of these videos to be beneficial to you in any way, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.